Alright guys, in today's video we're going to go over whether or not you should buy a Model Y right now or just wait for the Project Juniper. So the fascinating part about the Model Y is that at this point in time, it qualifies for the federal tax EV credit of $7,500. So whether you buy the Model Y long range, the Model Y performance, or the Model Y rear wheel drive, you will get $7,500 off your purchase price of the car. And now that is just applied immediately to the car. So when you go to Tesla to buy your car, you get $7,500 off immediately. So the Model Y is actually cheaper than the Model 3 right now, which is kind of crazy. You can get a brand new Model Y for low $40,000 or around the $36,000 range, which is really, really great. The Model Y has a beautiful all exterior. As you can see in this Model Y, it's all white. It has a dual motor badge, as well as it has the chromed out Tesla logo. The charge port is very nice, similar to the 3 and S and the X, as well as you have these great interior with the giant screen where you can input anything you need, as well as like kind of look through navigations. It commands everything. The great thing about Teslas is that the screen has everything you need. They have a very simplistic style look to it, and it is very, very nice. The thing is though, with this screen, it is the same screen released in 2018 when the Model 3 came out, and they inputted it in the Model Y. And as you can see now, as my previous videos with the Model 3 Highland, it has a brand new front-facing interior of the car, right? The screen, very similar. However, you have a new steering wheel. You have a back infotainment system for the Model 3 Highland. The Model Y still has the older functionalities of the car itself, right? So you have that older Model 3s, basically the same hardware as inside the Model Y we have currently, right? Not complaining, it's a great car with regards to it, but it has been a few years now and it definitely feels dated. The thing with the Model Y is that it is the most popular selling car of Tesla, and usually the parts inside the Model Y are very similar to the parts inside the Model 3. What does that mean? So if you guys remember in 2021, the Model 3 had the older interior, right? They announced that we're going to refresh the Model 3, remove all the chrome, it's going to be blacked out. We're going to have an interior where it is a wireless charging system is included. The wheels are now different. We're going to have Uber turbine wheels for the performance variant, and we're also going to have an automatic trunk. That's just one of the many updates of the Model 3 back in 2021. It's 2024 now, and the Model 3 Highland has been released, right? That car now has ambient lighting, it has no more stalks, an updated steering wheel, much more aggressive headlights, a quieter trunk, insulated windows to have a quieter interior cabin. So these are all great things that have been updated in the Model 3 Highland. And usually after the Model 3 Highland, Model 3 is updated, the Model Y gets their update next. Why do we know this? We know this because the hardware, aka everything physical inside the car itself, is similar, I believe 80 or 90% similar to the Model Y. It's really just the exterior of the Model Y, which has a larger kind of base. That's the only difference between the Model 3 and the Y, right? And usually when we see updates to the Model 3, it will immediately come to the Model Y because they share the same supplier, they share the same manufacturing warehouse, the same, basically where the Model 3 and the Model Y are created. Most of the parts are all the same. So from a supply chain perspective, it doesn't make sense to order all the old parts and keep making the Model Y, right? My hypothesis right now is Tesla is working on the Model Y Juniper, right? That is kind of a code name for it. It used to be called Model Y Highland or Model 3 Highland. Now it's Model Y Juniper. So there are new updates coming to the Model Y. It's just going to take time. So how do we know this? usually when Tesla pushes an update to the hardware of the car, they kind of run it through 3, make sure the US launch goes good, and then they'll update the Model Y. They usually do most of the Model Y updates in Giga Shanghai, so in China, and they kind of test out the bugs, test out how the performance goes with the car in Asia and China, and then they roll it out to United States, right? So right now, if you don't care about getting the newest hardware interior for the Model Y, then by all means, go buy the Model Y right now at your local Tesla dealer. Use my code, get free supercharging, get supercharging miles, as well as use that code to experience full self-driving, because the price does go up in April 1, right, by $1,000, right? Tesla's very fluid with their prices, which is kind of interesting. Sometimes they'll go up $1,000, down $1,000, up $2,000, down $2,000. It's a very fluid price that just, I'm assuming, mimics the economic trends with the market, right? So if the economy is showing that it's not looking too good, they want to sell more cars, interest rates are too high, they'll lower the price of the car, because people know they'll take out the loans to purchase the car, and eventually everything kind of balances out with regards to the pricing on the interest rate and everything of that nature, right? So with that being said, if you qualify for that $7,500 federal tax rebate, and you are in the market for a car, buy the Model Y right now, especially if you don't care about the hardware interior. Because the cool thing about Tesla is that Tesla's hardware updates every 3 years. However, Tesla's software is always updating. What does that mean? The user interface in the Tesla will always update every month, few weeks, whenever Tesla pushes software update. These terms may be fancy, but basically what I'm saying is that the screen you have, all the cool software inside it, it always updates, and you're always gonna get the latest version of the Tesla. The only thing is that doesn't update is the hardware itself, because the parts of the car can't be changed. It's too much more expensive, right? Essentially, it's like you have an iPhone 13. It does everything you need, but it doesn't have all the cool new features of the iPhone 15. But whatever software iOS update you get, it's going to be the same for your 13 and your 15 iPhone, right? Similar with Tesla, right? Which is really cool about the car, right? So if you qualify for that $7,500 tax rebate, it's $300,000 gross income for a married couple, $225,000 for head of households, and $150,000 for all other filers if you're a single filer, right? So that right now is a great deal. If you guys recall last year that the $7,500 tax rebate wasn't even applied to Tesla, and then when it did apply to Tesla, it would come during tax season. Now, as of today, the video or the Tesla, you can just basically apply that $7,500 rebate to the car, which is amazing, right? Tesla is fascinating in the sense that everything is changing, everything is getting better, basically because they have software. This software plays a major part in Tesla as a technology company, right? Because they're heavily software focused, unlike most car manufacturers that focus mainly on the hardware itself, which is basically the physical body, interior of the car, Tesla is able to always push you software updates. So your 2017, 2018 Model 3 will have the same software update as a new Model 3 2024 Highland, which is really cool. So if you end up buying the Model Y right now and not waiting for the Project Juniper, which will have the updated interior, you will still have the latest software updates every time Tesla pushes a software update, right? If you are in the market for a car, want to save money, then just buy the current Model Y. I have had a Model Y Performance, and it was probably my favorite car when it came to storage space, right? The Model Y Performance is amazing. The Model Y in general is amazing if you have a family, if you have a lot of stuff to move on a daily basis, because of the trunk space. It's much better than the Model 3, which has a much smaller trunk space, and right now is more expensive than the Model Y, which is fascinating, right? So if you have a family, you have kids, you have a lot of stuff to move, then the Model Y right now is perfect for you, especially if you are trying to basically get a new car, right? If you go on a lot of road trips, I recommend the long range. For $5,000 more, you get around 50 miles more range. But if you just do city driving with the car, like to and from work, going to the mall, going to the store, then the Model Y rear-wheel drive is more than enough fine. It has 260 miles, and then you can charge it up to 100% state of charge because of the LFP battery that allows you to charge the car to 100% now. And I really recommend you kind of doing that if you have a rear-wheel drive, right? I'm pretty sure the long range can do the same. I recommend if you get these cars, you have the induction wheels or the normal Gemini wheels. Save yourself some money. Save yourself the $2,000 from those induction wheels and get the Gemini wheels. You get more range, a much smoother ride, and when you have a tire replacement or say your tire pops, it's a lot cheaper, okay? So save yourself that money. Also, if you are trying to get a different color in the car, right? It's like, I think it's $1,000 for each color upgrade, $2,000 for a red or black, right? Just keep in mind that if you go to Tesla's inventory, you may get a better deal for your Model Y because there's price adjustments for the car. So take a look at Tesla's website for that, right? For those of you who want to wait for the Model Y Juniper, just keep in mind you may not have the $7,500 rebate anymore, depending where we are in time, because they could max out on the rebates and you may not be able to qualify for that anymore. So we do not know when that will be. But for those hardcore Tesla enthusiasts who really enjoy the Model Y and have extra money or basically not in the need for a Model Y immediately, then wait for the Model Y Juniper, right? We've already rolled out the Model 3 Highland, so that means the Model Y Juniper is coming soon. We'll have to wait and see when basically it gets rolled out in different countries like Shanghai or wherever in Tesla chooses to do their initial rollout. The US does their rollout last for our US people watching this, so just keep in mind it will take a lot longer than most times for you to kind of get your car, right? I personally think for me, if I was in the immediate need for a car, I will get the Model Y long range right now because I get the $7,500 rebate. I won't wait for the Project Juniper, right? But if I not in immediate need of a car, then I will get the Model Y Project Juniper, okay? So keep that in mind. Right now, the biggest factors are your time frame of getting a car, whether or not you will qualify for the EV tax rebate for $7,500, because that applies to your car right now, so you'll have a lot of great incentives for that as well. And then keep in mind too, if you ever buy the Model Y right now, you will get every future software upgrade. So all the software will update as Tesla pushes new software updates for the car, right? The Model Y will most likely, Juniper will most likely have that infotainment system in the back, the new lights, the aggressive new headlights, the quieter trunk, and then maybe it will also have the ambient lighting associated with that, right? So keep that in mind. Also, usually when Tesla pushes new cars like the Highland or the new Model Y, usually there's like an upgrade with the battery, or the range will increase because they found more efficiencies in the battery chemistry or within the software, whatever it may be. So keep that in mind, right? There is also like a lot of great perks to waiting for the new technology, new software, new hardware, whatever it may be. With that being said, Jello family, please like, comment, and subscribe. We are growing so fast. Watch the Angelo Carlos podcast. It has all my insights and thoughts on business, technology, whatever it may be. Also, I have a newsletter. Please sign up for that. It has all my latest Tesla emails, video updates. Also, please subscribe to my Instagram, my TikTok, all the links are below. And if you guys want to purchase a Tesla, I have a link below to order a Tesla. You get free supercharging miles, credits that you can use for full self-driving, and also you can just basically get that referral to make sure you have the best experience with purchasing your Tesla. Angelo family, appreciate you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.